And I got a double kill with my move. Double kill. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Quadrinx and today I'm gonna be reacting to my first 4 games of my challenge, which was day 1. The challenge is about returning to scratch and climbing back up over 2000 or more. So I decided to do this for fun, just to see how many games it would take to reach the rating of 2000. So let's get started. Alright, so this was my first game. The opening is typical, just no surprise. And here, green made a dumb move, dumb opening here. He's in check. Yes, there were 2 1500 beginners, actually 3 if you include me. But technically, I'm not a 1500 rating player. I'm actually over 2000, so we'll just leave it at that. And here, yellow should have taken the bishop here, which was a free piece, but I wasn't surprised why yellow didn't take. So a lot of beginners, when they first play the game, the 4PC game, they just do the openings like that they did in the standard chess. But you cannot play 4-player chess as if you play standard chess. If you do, you're gonna lose. There's no way you're gonna win. Was just taking out their pieces. Yes, and here, yellow just gave out a free bishop, and green got a check. That's been checked right away, and brought the bishop back. After that, green should have moved the queen, but he didn't for some reasons, and that's how he blundered the queen. And later, just after the next turn, after 2 turns, green decided to resign, which I wasn't surprised because a lot of beginners, when they lose a queen, they decide to resign because they believe that without a queen they cannot win a game, which is not true. And it is actually very a common myth because in 4-player chess, queen plays a pivotal role. It is very crucial because you're playing on 160 squares. But just because you have a queen, it won't automatically lead to the victory. You can be eliminated even if you have more than 1 queen. A long time ago, I lost a game when I had 3 queens, and I still lost the game. So you see, just because you have many queens, or just because your queen is not dead, it doesn't mean that your victory will be guaranteed. Victory is actually never guaranteed. So let's move on. As you can see, this is just a boot. Maybe should I say AI powered king? Red, I'm pretty sure red was not red, I mean yellow was pretty much curious and just blundered his queen as well. And yellow also resigned. And here, red made a mistake because red exchanged his bishop with my knight, which was a negative move because a knight is worth 3 points. A bishop is worth 5 points. So basically, when you trade your bishop for a knight, you're losing minus 2 points. Now, you shouldn't be trading your bishop for a knight unless it's a big threat, or if you're willing to save yourself from a mate, or for strategic purposes, you know. But anyways, that's what a lot of beginners do. Now, unlike in standard chess, bishop is worth 5 points, not 3, and I think it makes sense because as you can see, there are 160 squares, 160, and standard chess only has 64 squares. And this was a big mistake for red because he came too deep. That was very deep, you know. He tried to get my rook, which failed, and now red was trapped. The queen was completely trapped, so he just decided to take my rook. And this is when red pretty much made random moves, you know. Just pushing the pawns, nothing new, you know. And I didn't care even if whether I lost my queen or not, because I would have my queen back here, right here. I was one move away. Now red was leading in points, 33 points, and which was 8 points of no, 5 points of difference, which didn't really matter. So I kept advancing it, and I was blocking the promotion here with my knight and bishop. And I just took a pawn, and here red was only moving one pawn. Red had no backup. This backup here was 1 square away, so it wasn't a backup. And I just captured his knight, his queen, and got his rook. That was it. That's how my first game ended. It was very easy. My second game here, actually I won all 4 games, so my favorite game was the 4th one, but for now we're looking at the second. So the opening was nothing new as well. Yes, this again, another 1500 players, which I wasn't surprised. And here red was also supposed to take the bishop, which didn't happen, so just a typical opening. And here, as you can see, they were pushing their pawns for a second queen. Now, one thing in common that beginners have is that they always try to push their pawn at the beginning of the game to get a second queen at the beginning, and just one pawn, not 2 pawns, just one, which and usually ends up getting killed. And that's, they just exchange their pawn, and green got checked. And here it was my moment for free piece. Yes, I got free bishop. And here I was confused why red did this. It reminded me of a kamikaze, you know. And red got checked right after that. And here green was supposed to take the king, but I think since they were all beginners, they didn't know that the king could be captured in 4-player chess here like this, which didn't happen. Perhaps green thought that it was a bug or something, but anyways. And red just decided to resign. Again, I wasn't surprised, because that's what a lot of beginners do when they lose a queen. And here green got a second queen. I could have forked it with my knight here, but I didn't, because I knew that green would simply move his queen here or here, and my main queen would have been in danger. That was the only queen at this point, so I didn't want to lose it. Yes, so he got my knight, but I got his promoted queen. This I decided to exchange it with my 2 rooks. That was a bad move. And here, green was in trouble. I don't know why, but he just kept moving his king away from his base. He could have just moved it here, because I wouldn't have been able to check here, because the knight and the rook were protecting. And the queen was just stuck here in my base, deep in my base. At this point, I just wanted to get rid of green. I didn't care whether my mate was stolen or not. And blue ended up taking my checkmate, which I didn't care. And now I was against blue. Now, as you can see, blue was leading the game. And we just exchanged the queen. And blue was trying to prevent my promotion. But I knew that my pawn would get killed. So I decided to push another pawn, and blue just blundered his knight. Just kept pushing it. So here, as you can see, I have a backup here. So even my promoted queen gets killed, it doesn't matter, because I still get a queen. And I'm pretty sure at this point blue was pissed off. And I ended up winning the game. Next, the third game. Let's see. Now, the third game was different because there were one 1800 players, one 1800 player, and one 1900 close to 2000 rating player, and a 1600 beginner. So yes, the opening was different. No dumb opening. And here, as you can see, they were just pushing their pawns for a queen. I just took it. And green blundered his rook. So I got a free rook. As you can see, green now is pushing up. No, blue is now pushing another pawn. Yes, so I traded this with my knight, which I didn't care that much. And red also blundered his bishop. So just pretty much building my defense line. No offensive move at the beginning for me. Just taking advantage of the situation. That was just a pawn. And here I was focusing on blue because I knew that blue would be the biggest threat. And green just promoted his queen, and I checked on him. Just pushed the pawn, and that was it. And also here I lost my pawn, but it didn't really matter because I was focusing on something else. It wasn't a big threat. And there you go. Red checked green. The game made this trick made the game easier for me. And I just kept pushing it for a queen. For a second queen, I got a free knight, which I didn't realize it. Now, it's so funny that when you look your game back, and you always think, why didn't I do this? Why did I make this stupid mistake? It's hilarious sometimes, you know. And here, I was expecting for red to take my queen. But since red only had 2 rooks and with no queen, he knew that that was a huge risk for his game, especially for his king, I mean. So I just took his knight, and I knew that he was trying to get a queen, and I took his rook, and red was distracted by his pawn. And I also got his queen. And here's my favorite game, the 4th one. And that was the last game of the day 1 challenge. Now this time there was a 1400 player. And two players with the rating over 2000. The ending was tricky. Let me show you. So as you can see, the queen opening a path for the queen like this, that's the most typical opening or the most common opening in 4-player chess. And also this opening a path for the bishop as well. Now I knew that yellow was moving his pawn for a promotion. Even advanced players or experienced players, seasoned players also push their pawn massively at the beginning. So I just blocked it because I knew that he was going to take out his bishop and aim for my knight. So I just decided to took his pawn. And here, as you can see, I'm pretty sure yellow would have been pissed off because he wasn't able to take my knight since the blue bishop was protecting. I was confused why. Why would... I'm pretty sure blue was a beginner. But I was surprised that he still wanted to take it and exchange my knight, his bishop for my knight, losing -2 points. And red still ended getting 5 points instead of 3. And here, yes, blue resigned. I wasn't surprised, obviously. And now, as you can see, when a player is eliminated, it's easy to push the pawn, especially at the edge. As you can see, yellow got a second queen. And after when blue lost his, I don't remember exactly what piece it was, but I just typed on the chat how to play this. I don't know. And yes, and red ended up blowing off his rook and his pawn. And I got my second queen, nothing special. And I knew that yellow was pushing for a second queen as well. Why didn't I take it with my knight? Oh yes, obviously, to prevent this. So. And I got a double kill with my rook. Double kill. as you can see, yellow castled it. So I found the vulnerability. I castled it as well because I didn't feel the trade. I castled it also to take out my rook. And yellow was still pushing his pawn. And I was expecting red to take my rook, but he didn't. Perhaps he wanted to trick me here. And red was eliminated on time. Well, didn't reconnect on time. And again, yellow was just pushing his pawn. And boom, again. I wish it was a triple kill. This is where the ending gets interesting. You guys might be wondering why I took this pawn with my bishop. Because I needed to break this base here, this fortress. So in order to do that, I had to get rid of the knight. Because it was an obstacle. Or a wall, I should say a wall. And yellow was just busy taking my pawns, which I didn't care. And here I was forked. Fortunately, it was a promoted queen, not my main queen, worth 9 points. And this is where, can you guys guess the mates? Guess the checkmate. I'll give you a few seconds.
A few moments later.
So this is what happened. I took his pawn. And here, yellow shouldn't have captured this. But he did anyway. And there you go, that's how I won the game. My favorite game of the day. Alright, so that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.